The only thing better than a perfectly cooked steak is when you serve it with a punchy side. So today I'm going to be making some wagyu pepper steaks and some rum-spiked mushrooms. So first of all, onto those mushrooms. I've just got my barbecue heated to medium high, and I've just got a cast iron pan. So any heat-proof fry pan with no plastic handle is going to be fine. And we'll just go in with some butter. And some extra virgin olive oil. And then just 2 eschalots, or you could use a brown onion, thinly sliced. And then we'll just start to cook those for a couple of minutes while we prep the mushrooms. So I've got a great selection of mushrooms here. You can use any mushrooms you want, but I've got some beautiful Swiss brown, some shiitake. Anything that's gonna give you great texture and color will be beautiful. And we're just gonna slice everything up as finely as you can go. So after those eschalots have had a few minutes, you can gradually start to add these mushrooms to it. And just a decent hit of some salt and pepper. So once those mushrooms are beautiful and golden, we can hit it with some more flavor. So we've got some smoked paprika, some garlic, and then just some fresh thyme. And just give that a stir, and you're gonna cook this for about a minute so that garlic doesn't burn. And now for the spiked part, I'm gonna be adding some rum to that mixture, just to give it a real punch flavor, but I'm gonna turn off the barbecue just to be safe when we add that rum in. And some Worcestershire sauce as well, a good spike. And then we can turn it back on. So those are smelling awesome, so we can get it off the heat, and we'll set it aside while we do the steaks. So now for those beautiful steaks, I've got some wagyu sirloin here. So there's a beautiful bit of marbling through that meat, which remain nice and juicy. And we're just gonna give them a brush of butter, which is a little unordinary, but it makes them very rich. And it's gonna allow us to stick all that beautiful pepper to the steak. And then of course, some salt. Don't be shy with the salt either. And then we'll just repeat it on the other side. And so we've got a very hot grill now, and we can go straight into the barbecue. Obviously, depending on the thickness of your steaks, I'm gonna go about 3.5 minutes aside, but give them a touch and you'll know how well they're done. Now about halfway through on each side, just give them a 90-degree turn, and that way you're going to make sure you have beautiful marks on either side. And then just a flip after your 3.5. And then we'll close up and let them finish up. So these are smelling beautiful, they look beautiful, so we can get them off the grill. And now the most important part of cooking a steak is allowing them to rest as well. And we're resting them on top of these mushrooms, because what's gonna happen is all those beautiful juices, while it rests, will drip down onto the mushrooms and give it a lot more flavor. So we'll leave them there, cover them with a bit of foil so we don't lose too much heat. 5 minutes, and then we can slice up. So those steaks have had a good rest. So all those fibers would have relaxed and released all the juices. And now we can get to the exciting part of slicing up. And now just go into quite thick slices, and that way we'll be able to divide up the steak beautifully. Look at that, you've got to be pretty happy with that. Look at that. And then a few slices of this perfectly cooked steak. Splay them out there. And now that is a pretty epic meal. I can't wait for everyone to dish up, so chef's treat. It is good. That is proper. So if you'd like this recipe or many more mighty helpful tips, head to the Mitre 10 website.